reveals his ambitions, says he wants to become the chief ministerial face.
Myself, D.K. Shivakumar. Of course, Parameshwara, I don't know whether Parameshwara is an aspirant or not. He said that he is also one of the aspirants.
Correct.
And M.B. Patil is also an aspirant. Nothing wrong.
Correct.
Fugitive Amritpal releases audio now from hiding, plays the victim card again, says he's run out of food. Is the hunt for the Khalistani leader nearing its end? Language politics in Tamil Nadu over curd, or tair as it's called, leaves a sour taste in the state. An order to rename curd as dahi in Hindi withdrawn after DMK government backlash. And let's begin with what's happening in Bengal, where violence has broken out in Howrah of Bengal during the Ram Navami procession. And Mamata Banerjee has now reacted. She's gone ahead and again said that this is a conspiracy, saying I'd warned them while taking processions through Muslim-dominated areas. They should be cautious. I've said it earlier that violence may occur. Mamata has gone on to state that this is the time of the year when Muslims observe Ramzan. And that's why she had warned that this kind of a protest, this kind of violence could happen. Let's play out for you what Mamata has said.
তোমাদের মিছিল করতে কেউ বারণ করেনি, তুমি তরোয়াল নিয়ে বুলডোজার নিয়ে মিছিল করবার পারমিশন অধিকার তোমায় কে দিয়েছে? আজকে আমি শুনেছি হাওড়ায় ওরা এমনকি বুলডোজারও ইউজ করেছে। হোয়াট অডাসিটি দে হ্যাভ গট। রিপ্লাই তোমায় দেবো, বিপিটিং রিপ্লাই। তোমার যে রুট ছিল সেই রুট তুমি চেঞ্জ করলে কেন? তুমি আনঅথরাইজড রুটে গেছো ইচ্ছা করে একটা কমিউনিটিকে ধাক্কা দেবার জন্য এবং হামলা করার জন্য। তোমরা জেনে রাখো, হামলা করে যদি কেউ ভাবো মামলা করে রেহাই পাবে, তাহলে জেনে রাখবে এমন একদিন আসবে হামলাই করো আর মামলাই করো, জনতার আদালতে টিকবে না অন্যায়।
So Mamata Banerjee, they're alleging that the procession went through an unauthorized route, that this wasn't the planned route, and that's what led to the violence. The images that you see on your screens there of the arson and the pelting. So this is Mamata Banerjee's claim. It's very clear right now that the Bengal government is brazening it out. They're not going to go ahead and hold themselves accountable for what's happened. Indrajit Kundu is joining us live right now. He's heading to Howrah as we speak. Indrajit, Mamata Banerjee is saying that all of this is a conspiracy. She had warned that this could happen, and she claims that the procession, the members who are part of the Shobha Yatra, took a route that wasn't given to them, that this was an unauthorized route. Is that true?
Well, Akshita, first let me tell you, the situation that we are in right now in Howrah is pretty volatile right now. And we can see that, two groups of people are currently face to face with the police, trying to cordon them off in the middle. And there are several vehicles that have been vandalized. So the situation is very, very volatile right now. And in fact, even the media is not being allowed in this place because the residents are angry.
Okay, Indrajit, stay safe out there. Let us know at any point if you believe it's unsafe for you to be reporting for us live. The situation is still volatile right now. Can you tell us, Indrajit, however, exactly what played out? How did this kind of violence break out? Because if I'm not wrong, it was here that last year too there was this kind of arson.
Can't you fuckers realize I'm telling you?
Apologies. We'll reconnect with our reporter in just a bit. Indrajit Kundu is reporting from there. We understand that the situation there is extremely sensitive. It's very, very volatile. So give us a moment or two to establish whether it's safe right now for Indrajit to be joining us live on this broadcast. There's still a lot of communal tension in the air based on what Indrajit has told us in the brief moment that he was live with us. But these images kind of give you a picture of how bad it is currently on the streets of Howrah. You're seeing the aftermath of the protests, the violence. On the left of your screens are images of the Ram Navami procession from earlier today, from the morning, when you had all of them with their arms stepping out in that massive Shobha Yatra. It's usually the norm during Ram Navami. Mamata Banerjee had warned, saying don't step out with these kind of weapons, but they went ahead and did so anyway. We don't know exactly what prompted this violence, but according to Mamata Banerjee, she claims that the procession went through an unauthorized route, and because of, in fact, the communal tensions in the area, because this was a Muslim-dominated area, there was violence that broke out. There will be questions, irrespective of where the procession went, as to why there wasn't adequate security provided. Could something like this have been avoided in the first place? Look at those images on your screens of the damage that's been reported right now. There's been arson, pelting, clearly the aftermath of pelting, with stones seen all across the roads. We understand at this point that the yatra has moved from that particular location. We're still trying to establish if there have been any casualties, any injuries that have been reported in these clashes that broke out. Right now, there is a lot more security on ground to ensure that things are immediately brought under control. And while right now there doesn't seem to be any violence, things are still extremely volatile, extremely sensitive there. We're going to be reconnecting, hopefully, with Indrajit in just a few moments, and he is there in Howrah. Amit Malviya, BJP IT Cell Chief, is joining us on this broadcast. Mr. Amit Malviya, what do you make of these pictures coming in from Howrah? Not the first time we've seen this kind of violent Ram Navami processions. Mamata Banerjee is saying all of this is a conspiracy.
Well, if this is a conspiracy as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, then she must resign as the Home Minister of West Bengal. It's under her watch that the state is burning. 2 days ago, there was violence in Tiljala, right in the heart of Kolkata. And now, on the suburbs of Kolkata, there is violence and arsoning happening in Howrah. What kind of conspiracy is this that she can't manage year after year after year? And Mamata Banerjee was sitting on a dharna today, on the day of Ram Navami, in brazen disregard for Hindu sentiment. She chose to sit on a dharna against the central government. That itself was a big hoax, a lie, which we have exposed by holding a counter dharna. But to suggest that Hindus must be responsible for this is absolute appeasement. She said that Hindus must not pass through Muslim areas. Now, what is Muslim area in an independent India?
No, she's also saying, Amit Malviya, that this was an unauthorized route that the procession went through.
Then what is her police doing? That is the responsibility of the administration. Where was the police? The Home Minister should have been in her office and managing the situation, and not sitting on a dharna on the day Ram Navami is happening and there are 10,000 processions happening in Bengal. She is responsible for this violence directly as Home Minister of Bengal. And she should stop telling that Hindus must not go to Muslim areas, because there is nothing called Muslim areas in independent India. People are free to go wherever they want to go. If she thinks that Muslims are fasting for Ramzan, then so are Hindus. They are fasting for Navratra. How can she just be so blinded with her appeasement politics not to see the obvious and not put in adequate measures to stop this kind of violence?
But Amit Malviya, you raised some pertinent points on Bengal. There are images coming in from Maharashtra and from Gujarat, where the BJP is in power, where similar images have come in of arson and violence. What explains that?
Because nobody in Gujarat or Maharashtra is justifying this kind of violence like Mamata Banerjee is. That is the big difference. And you have asked a very important question. Why does it happen that every time there is Ram Navami procession, violence happens, and why people of a certain community start pelting stones on these processions? That is a larger debate. But no chief minister like Mamata Banerjee justifies this kind of violence and appeases a certain community, and that is the big problem that we must address.
Okay, Amit Malviya, thank you for joining us here on India Today. Amit Malviya questioning Mamata Banerjee, asking what was the government doing? Why did they not stop this when it's happened before? Why wasn't there adequate security on the ground? Indrajit Kundu is back with us. He's joining us live from Howrah. Indrajit, you were telling us that the situation is extremely volatile right now. So we're going to, of course, leave it to your discretion to tell us if it's okay for you to be live with us or not at this point. Just explain to us, Indrajit, if you can right now, what has played out in Howrah? What is the damage looking like out there? Indrajit, can you hear me?
And the situation is extremely volatile out here. And what we can see, of course, is that the police is trying to bring the situation is controlled, clearly outnumbered right now, massive amount of people who have gathered here. What has happened, of course, is that the police is trying to pacify, the crowd who are very, very angry right now. I can see a vehicle already on fire, and there are multiple vehicles that have also been vandalized in this area. So clearly the situation quite volatile right now, far from in control. There are two sets of people who've clashed here. They are on two sides of the road where we are here, a stone's throw away from the Shivpur police station, and the police is in between. The police is in the middle. They're trying to bring the situation in the control. The Howrah Police Commissioner Praveen Tripathi is here, trying to bring the situation in control. However, the situation is far from control, as I'm stating to you what I can see right now, and passions are running high, and the locals here are very, very agitated right now. We can see hundreds of people. ছেড়ে দাও এখন ছেড়ে দাও এখন ছেড়ে দাও বন্ধ করে দাও এটা বন্ধ করে দাও
It's very clear right now that the police, they're understanding that the situation is very sensitive. I've requested Indrajit to switch off his cameras, which is why we're not showing you what Indra right now is currently speaking about. As he continues to report there, we are going to get you all the latest updates from the ground. Indrajit, I wonder if you can hear me. If you can tell us as to exactly where in Howrah this is, because Mamata Banerjee claims that the procession went through an unauthorized route, and that's what led to this violence. Can you confirm that for us? Okay, we'll reconnect with Indrajit in just a bit, but I want to play out for you once again exactly what Mamata Banerjee has had to say about this violence. Brazening it out, she's questioned the procession, those who are part of the Shobha Yatra, saying, why did you take a route that I didn't give permission for? She says, I told you not to take weapons, you went ahead and did that, then you took an unauthorized route through what she calls a Muslim-dominated area in Howrah, and she says that's why this kind of violence has happened. Let's play out for you that reaction from Mamata Banerjee.
তোমাদের মিছিল করতে কেউ বারণ করেনি, তুমি তরোয়াল নিয়ে বুলডোজার নিয়ে মিছিল করবার পারমিশন অধিকার তোমায় কে দিয়েছে? আজকে আমি শুনেছি হাওড়ায় ওরা এমনকি বুলডোজারও ইউজ করেছে। হোয়াট অডাসিটি দে হ্যাভ গট। রিপ্লাই তোমায় দেব, বিপিটিং রিপ্লাই। তোমার যে রুট ছিল সেই রুট তুমি চেঞ্জ করলে কেন? তুমি আনঅথরাইজড রুটে গেছো, ইচ্ছা করে একটা কমিউনিটিকে ধাক্কা দেবার জন্য এবং হামলা করার জন্য। তোমরা জেনে রাখো, হামলা করে যদি কেউ ভাবো মামলা করে রেহাই পাবে, তাহলে জেনে রাখবে এমন একদিন আসবে হামলাই করো আর মামলাই করো, জনতার আদালতে টিকবে না অন্যায়।
So that was a comment from Mamata Banerjee. The BJP is saying that this is her passing the buck and questioning why adequate protection security wasn't provided for the procession. They've also taken a jibe at Mamata Banerjee for holding a 2-day dharna instead of focusing on ensuring that the Ram Navami procession this time around at least was safe, unlike what happened last year. But unfortunately, it's been a repeat of that. It's not just in Bengal, in Maharashtra, in Gujarat. We've seen similar incidents of clashes, of violence being reported during Ram Navami celebrations. Let's round up for you all the images coming in. The Ram Navami procession was attacked in Howrah. Stones were pelted, many vehicles overturned and set ablaze. This comes after, in fact, several of those who were part of the yatra were seen carrying out the procession laced with arms. There were rifles, swords, all of that being brandished in the procession. Another incident of Ram Navami violence was reported in Maharashtra's Jalgaon. This was on the eve of Ram Navami last evening when stones were pelted at the procession after confrontation over playing loud music outside a mosque. 2 FIRs have been registered, 45 people have been arrested. Wasn't just in Jalgaon but also in Sambhaji Nagar, where a mob armed with sticks and stones, as you see on your screens there, vandalized vehicles, targeted police vans during and on the eve of Ram Navami when the yatra was being carried out. A mob seen vandalizing police control vans while also setting another on fire. This again is from Sambhaji Nagar. The armed mob then went on a rampage, pelting stones at the police vehicles. Let's tell you what's happened in Gujarat. These scenes from Vadodara, where in fact in Fatehpur area there were 2 incidents of pelting. Security forces have been deployed in the area. A conflict had broken out during the Shobha Yatra procession as some miscreants had flung stones at members of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad. Hours later, there was a repeat of the same incident. So we've been able to once again reconnect with Indrajit Kundu, who's reporting from Howrah. Extremely sensitive situation on the ground. So Indrajit, I was asking you earlier a question about whether these yatris who were taking part in the Ram Navami procession took an unauthorized route, as Mamata Banerjee claimed. Can you confirm that for us? You hear me?
Hello. Yes. Akshita, if you can hear me, as I've been saying, the situation is very, very volatile.
As I've been saying, the situation is very, very volatile. There is clearly the area is simply the police is overpowered by the number of protesters that we can see, locals who have gathered here. They are clearly outnumbered. I can see the Howrah Police Commissioner Praveen Tripathi, who has come here, and I'm sure there will be additional police deployment which will be made anytime soon. A vehicle, of course, has been set on fire. It is yet to be doused. I don't see any fire services vehicle able to reach this area. There are multiple motorcycles which have also been vandalized. And what I can see, of course, is that the police is standing as a barrier as the 2 sides, it seems the 2 sides who have clashed, they are on 2 sides of the road here, and this area is just stone's throw away from the Shibpur police station. So the police from the station have, of course, been deployed here, and what Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, of course, has said, she did take cognizance of the matter. She is, in fact, at the Dharna site, as you are aware, on Red Road, which is just on the other side of the Hooghly River. And at this point in time, there's considerable amount of anger on the media as well. It's quite palpable because the angry residents, of course, do not really want us to shoot anything using our camera, and therefore the police is trying to calm things down. They're trying to soothe the nerves, but clearly, given that the incident has taken place just a short while back at around 5:30 p.m. in the evening, and we can still see vehicles.
As and when suddenly we can see, the crowds getting agitated, and the police, of course, making repeated efforts to bring the situation under control and also to pacify the crowd. We can see riot police. We can see riot police also in position right now with lathis, but the police at this point in time have not used any force. They're only trying to convince the people here and disperse them. and talk to them and disperse them so that the situation can be brought under some sort of a control.
Okay, Indrajit, stay safe out there. We'll keep coming across to you for those updates. Indrajit reporting there from Howrah, but the situation at this point is still very, very tense. Let's get to images now coming in of Prime Minister Modi's surprise visit to the new Parliament building. This happened this evening when the Prime Minister spent more than an hour, met some of the workers who've been toiling hard there to ensure the new Parliament building is fully ready. He was seen inspecting all of the work. Obviously, these pictures are right now out on social media as well. A lot of curiosity, not just over the Prime Minister's visit, but particularly of how the new Parliament building looks. And these pictures essentially giving us a glimpse of the kind of facilities of what in fact the houses, both houses look like. And you see in some of those pictures, the Prime Minister has also been accompanied by the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. He was seen interacting with the construction workers. He's done this before as well. This is of course a pet project of the Prime Minister, part of the Central Vista project. And earlier too, I remember a few months ago, the Prime Minister had made a surprise midnight visit to the Central Vista project site when he interacted with in fact all of the construction workers who are involved. Now you can see that the project looks a lot more complete, and these are images of the Prime Minister taking a look around, walking around, seeing what kind of progress has been made, and also being told about all of the latest tech that's been introduced in the new Parliament building, because we're being told that this really is a game changer in that sense. A lot more technologically advanced than the current Parliament building. You can see that it's almost completely come to being right now, with those pictures showing you glimpses of what the new Parliament building looks like. And it's clear right now that it's a huge, grand, swanky new building. And with those pictures, I'm slipping into a very short break. Coming up on the other side, I join you on to the point where we're going to be talking about Congress going ahead and supporting Germany's comment on Rahul's disqualification.
You are watching India Today.
ईडी, सीबीआई, इनकम टैक्स जैसी एजेंसियों का दुरुपयोग हो रहा है और लगातार विपक्ष के नेताओं को इस पर निशाना बनाया जा रहा है। इस पर आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
ये सारी एजेंसियां, कोई एजेंसी कोर्ट के ऊपर नहीं है। किसी भी नोटिस को भी आप कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं, एक। किसी भी एफआईआर को कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं, दो। और किसी भी चार्जशीट को भी कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर रहे हैं, तीन। भाई कोर्ट में जाने की जगह यहां पर हो हल्ला कर क्या होगा? और बहुत हमारी पार्टी में तो कम है, उनकी पार्टी में ढेर सारे अच्छे वकील हैं।
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
A show of opposition unity. The occasion, H.D. Kumaraswamy being sworn in as Karnataka Chief Minister. That was in 2018. But what about 2023? This election season, the eyes are once again on H.D. Kumaraswamy. Which way will he and his party go? In an exclusive interview to India Today, Kumaraswamy declared that he was being wooed by both the BJP and the Congress.
Do you have pressure from the centre saying come with us? Have they already spoken to you?
Offer is there.
You have already offered?
Offer is there.
Okay.
Everybody offering me.
Even Congress is offering?
Everybody is offering me. They know.
Okay.
Their strength, what is their strength internally, they know.
Okay.
Some important persons who are approaching to thinking that this time also fracture will be there.
Hours after poll dates were announced, Chief Minister Bommai declared that a JDS-Congress deal was done.
It is in fact, there was a meeting in Hyderabad between Congress leaders and JDS. According to my information, a deal has been struck there.
Adding fuel to the political fire is top Karnataka Congress face. So will Kumaraswamy be king or kingmaker? Karnataka will know on 13th of May. With Nagarjun Dwarkanath and Sagairaj in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.